phase 2 of all that nog, since we still have time before Halloween, we are going to take our wonderful luscious eggnog that we just made, and we're going to turn it into sweet potato pie, as low carb as possible. First off, let's start with the crust. Now, I'm going to be using pecans. Oh no, I wish I was using pecans. I'm out of pecans. I'm using shelled walnuts. These are the English kind. They don't have that real strong walnut taste. And I really find them rather enjoyable. A quarter cup is 2 grams of dietary fiber and 4 grams of carbs, so it is 2 net carbs per quarter cup. We're going to use 4 carbs worth and use a half a cup. And I'm putting that half cup of nuts into my food processor. Into this, I'm going to put a whole teaspoon of the brown sugar substitute. That's just for a little bit extra flavor. I'm going to add stevia to it to taste. And for me, that's going to be about half a cup of the stevia in the raw. I'm going to add, and because I've got them, and they will help it, thicken and gel, I am going to add 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. Now, chia seeds, my understanding is, are equal in carbohydrate to dietary fiber, darn near. So, I'll put in a tablespoon of chia seeds and we'll call that 1 carb. To this, I'm going to add psyllium husk fiber, of course, our favorite. The psyllium husk fiber industry is going to have to support me. I'm going to put in 3/4 of a cup of psyllium husk fiber. We love our fiber. It makes us go, go, go. With that, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of T.Isopure protein powder, 0 carbs. Now for the fun part. I am going to put a half a cup of melted butter in with this, and we're going to zip it up. In she goes into the food processor, and I'm going to zip this up and taste it and see what spices it needs, and then we'll be back. I'm going to hand hold my camera for a little bit because we had a disaster. Okay, I've got it all ground up in here. The walnut, the chia seeds, everything else. You'd be surprised, just that little bitty bit of brown sugar really zips up the flavor. Wow, and that's good. Now, I have my greased pie pan here, right here. Matter of fact, we had a little disaster. Some of the eggnog splashed into it. And then I'm going to press this into the bottom of that. And there is our beautiful pie crust pressed into the standard sized pie pan. And I'm going to pop it in the oven at 350 for about the next 5 minutes or so. Let it kind of warm up and get the oils all together while I make the filling. All right, I have 2 eggs in this 2-cup measure. And I'm going to take some of this luscious eggnog we just made. I'm going to stir it up because there's more eggnog here than I can deal with. And besides, if you're going to have a party, you might as well stretch this out and make yourself a really nice pie. And remember, there's only 2 grams of carb in this entire eggnog. So we're going to put it in here. I didn't even wash out the blender. Just leave it like that. As a matter of fact, now that I look at it, let's make that 3 cups of nog. So we're going to go with 3 cups of nog. Like I said, 2 extra eggs, large eggs in with it. If you have smaller eggs, use more. And there's our tablespoon of Isopure powder. Aren't you surprised I'm not putting psyllium husk in the filling? Okay. Now, I do not have pumpkin. You say, well, can you imagine that? No, I don't. I don't have any pumpkin at all. So, I'm going to use cut sweet potatoes, yams. These are with Splenda. And these have, for 2/3 of a cup, it says here that it has, let's see, 21 minus 3 fiber, help, 18. 18 total net carbohydrates in 2/3 of a cup of unsweetened yams. Well, they're sweetened with Splenda. So we're going to use 2/3 of a cup. We're going to have, let's just say 20. Make it easier for me. 20 carbs of yams. All right. I kind of mashed them down in there a little. That is 2/3 of a cup of yams. And I'm going to put those right in here. To this, I'm going to add a tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. My pumpkin pie spice is a little older, so I think it's kind of weak. I'm also going to put in here some stevia. The eggnog is already sweetened. I'm just going to add an extra 2 tablespoons just to zap it up since I put that pumpkin pie spice in there. And we're going to turn this on and blend it. And by that time, our crust should be done and we'll be ready to pour it in. Crust is nice and hot and done. As far as I'm concerned, it's done. And we're going to pour our mixture right into it. And if we've got too much mixture, we'll just bake it by itself in something else. This is going to swell up a little too, so. Alrighty then, let's get it in the oven and see how it flies. I'm going to cook this at 375, my favorite temperature, for half an hour and look at it, and then probably another half hour. Fell asleep for a while the pie was cooking. But it was about 55 minutes, and here it is. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Look at that. Nice, springs back. Feels like a pumpkin pie in the middle. I cannot wait to try this. Okay, to heck with it. I was going to wait for it to cool down, and I thought, why not? I can't leave you guys without seeing the money shot. Let me see if I can get it in the light just right. There we go. Can you see it? Can you see it? Look at that texture. It's wobbly. It's delicious. The smell. Oh, it's amazing, really. Okay, I'm going to burn my mouth again for y'all. Yeah, I'll blow a little longer this time than I did last time. Let me breathe in the fire like a dragon. Oh my. The eggnog / pumpkin / sweet potato part is creamy and delicate, and the crust is nutty and sweet and gives it a really nice little crunch. You get these textures going on that are all different in your mouth. All right, well, there you go. This is a little tiny piece. I can't imagine. I think I'm going to get a calculator and see if I can figure out how many carbs were in that. It's probably about 1/15 of that pie. All right, you have a beautiful day. I love you all for watching. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this pie. I've always used eggnog, and since you can make eggnog with almost 0 carbs, you might as well use it to make a pie. Makes sense, right? I love you all. Subscribe if you'd like. I'm almost to 100 as of this filming. I've got one more person to go, one more special person. Thanks a lot. Take care. You're beautiful. Be good to one another. Bye-bye. Slight disaster. Camera fell over into the eggnog. I'm hoping it's okay. Oh my gosh. That's something on the lens. Probably eggnog. Already did one video with a blur in it. Don't need to do another one. Oh, what a problem we're having. Nothing out of the ordinary.